It pains me to say this, but YouTube hates Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, well, maybe hate is a strong word, but it's clear that YouTube and Sonic creators, or Sonictubers some might call, don't get along very well. Now, what does that mean? Well, before I explain, it's taken me a while to build up the courage to talk about this topic, and is in no way to disregard YouTube as a platform. That being said, over the last couple of years, something has been devastating the Sonic niche, to the point where it's caused many creators to stray away from the subject of Sonic the Hedgehog, as to not risk their channels. It's especially been prominent this last year, where it's even gone as far to affect me and many other creators. Now, I know what we're probably thinking. What's happening that's been going unnoticed that you need to know about? Who is affecting the jobs of many creators on this platform? And how has it been impacting them? Well, it's the face behind YouTube. The algorithm. Let's break down what I mean by reviewing certain aspects that has occurred within the Sonic niche, including some things on my end where I will be fully transparent about so you can get a better understanding when we circle back to the subject. It all started with the other day when I was scrolling through my YouTube feed and I came across the channel experiencing some difficulties with their monetization. And for the life of me, I couldn't find that channel again to show. They were reporting on their community tab that it had been a struggle to get their YouTube monetization going, and it wasn't until a moment of outreach by his followers that YouTube went in and finally corrected this dilemma a few days later. This is the instance which led me to finally create this video and bring more awareness to the subject. Here's another instance. I'm sure we all know about the big channel Blue Vivacity, or any of these channels that showcase a lot of Sonic games. There have been instances in where YouTube will randomly come in and deem one of his videos as made for kids, thus demonetizing it. I know that it specifically happened to one of his older videos, titled Sonic Forces is 4 years old. And the kicker? This has happened already twice on the same video. Luckily, he has a huge subscriber base that can strengthen his voice on any other platform such as Twitter. But for those who are starting out and don't have a huge following base like these other channels, have probably found it difficult to even put their foot in the door. Personally, from my experience, I have been on YouTube for a couple years now, with the dream of becoming a content creator. And even though I have submitted my application to YouTube 3 times already, I have still been in this limbo for almost half a year on my latest renewal. Half a year creating quality content to be disregarded on the platform that I'm submitting it for, which is a sentiment that's demotivating to not only me, but others as well, especially given the amount of work and quality I try to put into each and every one of my videos. And it's so strange that you guys can see this, as evidenced by the numerous comments that I do get, but the people in charge of YouTube's partner program division hasn't been able to see that yet. So strange that a human is able to see it. Keyword, human. This is where I'm circling back to what I meant by YouTube's algorithm. I don't think the fault lies in any person in charge. It's the system, the machine logic running through YouTube. You have to keep in mind that as a platform, YouTube is huge, like a vast digital canvas, too big for any person to really look over. So a machine has to take its place to oversee all the content, and this is where the problem comes in. It's clear that Sonic the Hedgehog has seen a resurgence in the mainstream media. In fact, since the Sonic movies, it's pretty much gone multimedia, introducing a whole new younger audience to the blue blur. This is something that the algorithm has picked up on. Because of this, and in combination with how Sonic the Hedgehog is a copyrighted material, it has accidentally caused a huge wave of delisting, demonetization, and in general, demotivation. Now, obviously, for some videos that contain this type of material, it makes sense to have this radar in place. However, as per YouTube's policy, for the videos that fall under fair use and offer works of commentary, criticism, research, teaching, or news reporting, to still be stricken down and ignored is evidence of a flaw in this system. And when anyone tries to correct this behavior through Twitter, as it seems to be the only way nowadays, you're continuously met with allegedly automated replies. And by the off chance that you do come in contact with a person on YouTube, it could take weeks, where if this is someone's career/job, could be a huge loss in their income. And this is why you're probably seeing so many of your favorite creators moving away from this kind of content, because at this point, it's not worth running the risk of exhausting your time. It's tiring. We, as the creators, are tired. But there's still some hope. How do we correct this issue? How do we steer the system into a better path? Well, to be quite honest, I don't think we can rely on the system for the solution, but instead look towards a human opinion. If your favorite creators are encountering this issue, you can increase the volume of their voice by going in and letting YouTube know respectfully. Again, Twitter seems to be the best access point, but keep in mind you shouldn't berate them with spam. But a simple, yet kind, hey, at YouTube, blank is a favorite creator that I am subscribed to and is encountering an issue. Can you look into it, as I think their voice should be heard? or you could spread the awareness by sharing or retweeting to others when the creator is vocal about the subject on any platform. Remember that YouTube is governed by its viewers at the end of the day, so if a human is made aware of this, they will do what they can do to help out. But outside of just YouTube, you can always help them in other ways financially, such as funding their Patreon, merch, or clicking on the links for their brand deals that they get sponsored by. I'm sure many of them would appreciate any help that they can get to be able to continue what they do, which is provide quality content to you guys, the viewers. You guys have the power to make a change, to hopefully recalibrate the system into a better, more manageable experience for us and the future of any new individual looking to pursue their endeavors of being a content creator. And I hope this message has made you more aware about this issue. But anyways, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all this momentum. It only takes about 2 seconds for this absolutely free content, and you could always change your mind later. Mr. Bane out.